I'm back. I always be saying I'm back whenever I post these videos, and I don't even know if I'm gonna post this, but if you're new here, my name's Olivia, and I am not consistent at all. So when I say, oh, I'm gonna be so consistent, it's a lie. I'm not consistent. I will post when I want to post, and then I make videos, and if I don't post them, I don't post them. Like, that's how I am. But here's my little life update, because I haven't been on this. I haven't made a video in so long, and I love making videos, even if it's for my own, for my personal watch and view. But this is my little life update. Starting from August of 2025, I decided I was gonna move. And it was like kind of the end of July, but I decided I was going to move. And the end of August, I moved out of state, away from my friends, away from my family. I just moved. But the reason behind that was I am someone that can be so independent, and like I was just ready to get out of my parents' house because I was 20. Like, I don't want to live there with them anymore. I want to explore the world and be my own person. And yeah, so I also, it was my last semester of college, and all my classes were online anyway. So I was like, let's move. And for a while I was like back and forth with like, where should I move? Like, do I want to move closer to my boyfriend, or do I want to move like here? Cause like, this is my dream place to move someday. And then like, ultimately I was like, I want to live closer to my boyfriend, because we did a year long distance. Our first year was long distance, and I wouldn't say it was like hard, because we're very like good at communicating, but it was hard at times. So where it was like, you just don't know. And I don't like not knowing. So I moved closer to him, and I finished my last semester of college. I got a full-time job, and then December hit, and college was ending, and I graduated. I graduated college, you guys. I feel so cool. Criminal justice associate. I'm so cool. But also, like, I was going on vacation, and there was like a lot of mix-ups with like, not really mix-ups. It was like my job wasn't going to give me the time off, and that vacation has been scheduled since before I moved. So I was like, you know what? I'm graduating. I'm going to find a job that's something with what I want to do, and what aligns with like my dreams and my goals and my hopes. And I put in my 2 weeks. And I, didn't have a job lined up. Went on vacation with my boyfriend and his family. And that was actually really, really wonderful. I love them so much. Oh, he knows it too. I be saying that every day. I'm like, I love your parents. I love your grandparents. I love hanging out with them. Let's go back. I'm ready to move there. But, yeah, so then we got back in like January. It was like the beginning of January. And it was like a couple weeks after we got back, maybe a few weeks after we got back, I started this job, and I worked there for 3 days, and then it was so mentally draining for those 3 days. I don't even know what happened. I was like going home crying, and like it was the first 3 days of my job, and it was so mentally draining because it wasn't what I signed up for. It was like this whole thing. So, I quit, which sounds really bad to say, but it was so like, it wasn't somewhere that like I could see myself like mentally working at, because if it's already mentally draining, and I'm like only been working here for so long, what is it gonna feel like months down the road when I'm like still working there? I don't want to be mentally drained every day. I don't want to come home and complain every day. Like, no, I want to work somewhere where I want to work. I want to like have a passion for my work. I want it to align with my hopes and dreams in my career. So yeah, then February hit, and my boyfriend like basically started living with me full time, and it was really nice. It's been really nice. Actually, he might have been, no, it was definitely like February. I don't know. It might have been like the end of January. I don't know now. But yeah, he started living with me full time, and it's literally been the best thing ever because I feel like it's grown, like our relationship has grown so much because of it. Instead of just him living here on the weekends, our relationship has grown so much, and it's just really nice. But yeah, so it's now March, and I still do not have a job. I am currently unemployed, and let me tell you, I am losing my mind every day. I am like applying for jobs left and right. I think I've applied for over 400 places. You know how depressing that sounds? And I've had so many interviews, and people are always like, oh, you're at the top of our list. Like, and then like a week or like a few days later, oh, you didn't get the job. Don't lie to my face and tell me I'm the top of your list and then not get the job. What is this? What is this? I don't like liars, and I'm not a liar, so I don't like them. So I have been so like, I have hit my breaking point a few times. Last week I definitely like hit a wall. I was like, boom. I was like, I'm so over this. I just went out. But then over the weekend, I kind of just took a break, and I like let my brain shut off and like let everything just shut off and not think about all of this stuff that's going on. I did a lot of journaling last week, and I got out all of my brain, like everything I was thinking, even if it wasn't about my career, on this list of paper. And I mean, I filled it. I went through 3 pages in my journal. And it felt so good because I haven't done that. And I have been a little at peace with where I'm at in life, because I know this is only a season, and I know this is like in my heart, I feel like this is a way of being like, the universe and God is telling me that I need to have peace in my life, and I need to find my passions and my desires. I feel like this is my way, this is their way of saying I need that patience, because I am the first person to be like, I do not have patience. I do not have patience at all. And that's not necessarily bad in some cases, but I have definitely learned patience. I have learned patience through this unemployed season. And quite frankly, I am ready for this season to be done. I don't know when it's going to be done. I don't know how to get there. I'm still learning. I'm just going to keep applying for jobs and living life. But I also feel like I want to do something with my life. And I really like, it's not about working somewhere to make money. Because obviously like you want to make money and whatever. But for me, it's working somewhere to make money and to be passionate about what I'm doing. Like, I don't want to go to work every day and not be happy. Like, if I'm not happy somewhere, then I want to be happy at somewhere else. And that's kind of what I'm like realizing right now, is that like there was a point when I was job searching that I applied for every job I could find. And now I'm like, I want to be very intentional with where I apply, because I want to be able to, maybe just like stick with the career for like 20 years down the road. Like, I think about my grandma, and my grandma has been at her job for, I don't even know how long. Since I was like alive, since my cousins were alive, she's been there forever, probably like 30 years. I don't know. But she is at her retiring age next year. And I just think about that, and I'm like, I want a job like that, because she has grown within her company, and I want to grow within my career that I decide and where I go. And like, obviously that's really hard, because I know I'm going to be moving in the future, and I'm not going to stay in this place for long. I'm going to go to a different state. But like, at the same time, give me a remote position. Give me something that I can like transfer to the next state. And that is my main goal. And like, I have been tearing through the pages to find this, but it's been a learning curve, and I've learned that. Also, if I keep looking this way, it's because like the trees are really pretty outside, and we have pretty birds right now. because the seasons are changing. So I'm just like mesmerized by the birds right now. Because right now there's like 2 red cardinals out here, and I love cardinals. But that's why. It's because we always have so many different birds I've never seen before. And my grandma is like, fun fact, my grandma loves birds. She has like so many bird feeders around her house and like on the windows and stuff. And I'm just attracted to them because of that. Because I grew up like watching the birds eat and like, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at in life. And I'm just like, I'm waiting. I feel like I'm just in a waiting season, and I am not a good waiter. I hate waiting seasons. Ask my boyfriend. I hate waiting seasons. And I feel like I'm in that, and I just need to learn patience because of it. And I feel like I'm slowly, like, my patience level is getting higher. Wait, what? Lowering my patience? I don't know what the right term is. I have better patience. I don't know what the right term would be for that, but I just feel like, yeah, I'm at a season where I just like don't know. And the scary part is not knowing. I have always said I'm scared of not knowing what's going to happen in the future. But I also know, like, you're not supposed to know everything. You're supposed to just like let things happen when they happen. And that's something that I've been learning since I got in a relationship with my boyfriend. I have been learning that. And it's honestly been like, he's such an eye-opener. I love him because he's such like the opposite of me, because I'm like, I want to know the future. I want to talk about this. And he's just like, go with the flow. We don't need to know what happens. Like, he doesn't like to think about the future that much. I mean, he still thinks about it. Don't get me wrong. Because if he sees this, he's going to be like, why would you tell them that? Just kidding. But, yeah, he's like, so like, let's just go with the flow. And whatever happens, happens. And I'm like, I want to know when this is going to happen. I want this to happen soon, honey. When's it happening, babe? But, like, I've honestly, like, being with him has taught me so much about just, like, letting things happen. And everything's going to be okay. That's what he likes to tell me right now. Right now, he's just been like, it's going to be okay. Like, I'm here for you. And I'm like, I love that. But I also want to be here for myself. And sometimes I feel like I'm not here for myself because I'm just, like, going through the motions of everyday task of, like, applying for jobs, going to interviews, doing all these things. And then I'm just, like, at home. Honestly, I've been getting outside a lot, though. My deck has a beautiful view of, like, trees and leaves and birds, obviously, like I said. And I have been sitting outside and out there a lot. Just, like, not even, like, having my phone or anything. Just, like, sitting out there and just, like, taking it in. And sometimes, like, doing some yoga. Doing some meditation. Because sometimes we all need meditation. Okay? Don't tell me you don't, because sometimes we all do. And because it just helps us just like clear our brains. And I am someone that is always thinking. My brain is always on. There are nights that I cannot sleep and wake up 2 hours after falling asleep because I'm thinking about something random. And I've definitely learned that I need to be able to turn off my brain. And I have learned how to do that now. So I've been doing that a lot more. But also there's times that I'm like, my brain is going to stay on because I want to be thinking about all of this and all that and da-da-da. And then you get to a point where you're like stressing out over nothing. You're stressing out because there's so much going on that you just like can't handle it. And that's how I got one day. And then I just realized I was like, I need to turn my brain off. I cannot do this. This is like making things worse. Like, I don't want to be crying because of this. So yeah, that is honestly where I've been at in life. It's such like a weird season because like I don't have school anymore. I graduated. It's just so weird because like school took up a lot of my time. It did take up a lot of time because I was doing more than full-time credits because I was trying to get done faster. And then you finish school and you're like, oh my gosh, what else am I going to learn in life? And since I'm not working, I'm not learning. And if you know me, I've always said, if I could be a constant learner and get paid to learn, I would. I would. I like to know all of these random facts, okay? I like to know all of these, like, different things. I like to be able to be like, oh yeah, according to this and this. Like, in the classes that I was in, I took a lot of law classes because, like, yes, I want to know the laws. I want to know what I am and am not doing. And I also want to know the laws for, like, victims. Because let me tell you, one more time, they better have more of a voice in the justice system in the near future and now, or else I'm going to freak out. But we're not going to get into that topic. That's a whole different topic for a different day. But, yeah, I took a lot of those classes, so I kind of just, like, I feel like I was constantly learning new things, and I was constantly journaling things, and, like, writing things down, and, like, taking notes and stuff. But now I'm like, I'm done with school. What am I supposed to be learning since I don't have a job? Like, what am I supposed to be learning? And I feel like now I am learning more personal things, like to be patient, to understand that everything is going to be okay, to not worry about the future and just be in the present. Like, I'm learning, like, things like that. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's been really nice because I never knew I didn't know this stuff. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. This waiting season has been hard, and, like, not doing anything has been hard, but at the same time, it's been the best thing for me because I am someone that just go, go, go. I don't take breaks. And I feel like now I'm learning I need to take breaks. I need to take, like, a mental health day to just, like, get myself back up and, you know, just, like, not feel so drained from the weight of the world and just, like, do more. And I feel like that's where I'm at right now in life. And I hope that a job comes soon and this month, but I can't do anything about it. You know, it's so hard because I have a good resume. Like, are you kidding me? My resume has so many good things on it. It's just so hard to, like, know that I don't have a job right now. Like, I really want a job, and I believe that a job will be in my hands soon. And I believe that things will all happen for a reason, but it's the fact of just, like, waiting and letting them happen, you know? But yeah, that's kind of like my little life update. This was, like, honestly so nice because I got all my thoughts out. But also, like, if someone else is struggling with any of this, please do not be afraid to ask for help, because I have asked for help in this season, and I'm not a person that talks about my feelings and asks for help, but it's so nice. Let me tell you, it opens your eyes to so much that you never knew. And don't be afraid. That's all I'm saying. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need help. And if you don't, then you don't. But don't be afraid to do that. And go outside. If it's cold outside, bundle up and just stand out there for like 5 minutes, okay? Breathe in the fresh air. I don't know why, but it helps. It helped me a lot. It's been helping me a lot. That's what I've been doing. I've been just, like, taking a break for, like, even if it's, like, for 5 minutes, going outside, leaving everything inside, and just, like, breathing the fresh air, listening to the trees, listening to the birds. Like, it's been really nice. And yeah, that's kind of my life update. If this makes it to the world, I love you all so much. Hope you all have had the best day ever when you see this. And yeah,